Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. And if you're new here, my name is Kaylee June and I'm a fashion and beauty photographer based in Australia. However, recently I've started this YouTube channel to talk about all things creative business and freelancing. So today we're going to be focusing on another Instagram topic related video, and I want to talk about some of the mistakes that people are making with Instagram that I quite often see and that I think we need to talk about so it's out there. And so you guys, if you are struggling with building your Instagram or finding growth with Instagram, hopefully this video will help you find out maybe why that is, and maybe there might be a couple of things here that you're doing that maybe you don't even know that could be mistakes. So I hope you guys enjoy this video and let's get straight into it. So we're going to talk about the number one mistake that I feel is so prominent when it comes to making mistakes on Instagram, and this is not posting regularly. This doesn't do anything for the Instagram algorithm, and unfortunately, although it can be difficult to keep up with Instagram, like most social media platforms, posting consistently is one of the ways that you can find growth, and particularly with the Instagram algorithm, it likes it when you post a lot. So I think it's really important to find out some sort of a schedule for your Instagram where you're posting a couple of times a week at minimum. I've said this a couple of times on my YouTube channel already, but I really do believe that that is the key to starting your growth on Instagram. It's to continue posting. And as I said, a lot of social media platforms will be this way. YouTube is exactly the same in that sense, and I always recommend people to post as regularly as possible. And like I've also said in other videos, I think it's important to schedule with Instagram posts. It's not always easy to be there uploading a photo day by day or content day by day. It's good to plan ahead, and then you don't have to worry necessarily about posting so much and so consistently. The number two mistake that I see happening more and more often is people not making use of the stories function on Instagram. Now, stories are huge with Instagram. Reels are becoming bigger and bigger as well. So I'm going to slide that into this mistake as well. And it's actually something that I haven't been doing, is really focusing on Reels either. But in particular, stories are so important for Instagram. And I think what most people don't realize with Instagram is that not everyone is going to see your main posts that you're uploading. So it's important to have another way on Instagram of having people that are following you see your content. Because like I said, not every follower is going to see what you upload. So using stories is another method to do that. And it's also another method to push your content up to the top and to get more and more people engaged with what you're doing on Instagram too. I have mentioned this in previous videos before, and the Instagram algorithm really loves when you use stories as well. So it's really important to have that combination of posting regularly, but also using the stories function, which is not something that everyone does. And I think a lot of people don't even realize that stories in some ways are more important these days than even the posts themselves. So it's really, really imperative to start using the stories function on Instagram as well. The third mistake that I'm going to talk about today is not using hashtags. And this seems to be a really, really common problem, I think, for a lot of people, is that they sort of stop using them, or if they do use them, after a while, they just kind of like cut it out altogether and they don't tag their posts. And it's going to be really hard for new people to find your account and for your account to grow if you don't have any hashtags on your account. Because this is generally the way that people will find you, is by clicking on those hashtags, is by searching those hashtags on Instagram and finding your account through that method. So unless you already have, like, say, 1 million followers on Instagram or 500,000 or something like that, I really think it's imperative that you do need to use hashtags when you are posting to help grow your account, because this is going to be one of the top tips in terms of people finding you and actually following you on Instagram. Number 4 is a bit of a doozy, and I'm going to just say, I really hope there's no one in 2021 that I have to say this to, but follow, unfollow is just... no, it's never been a good thing to do, but unfortunately there are definitely people out there that still do follow, unfollow. So I felt like it needed to be mentioned in this video. Now, follow, unfollow, if you're not really sure what that means, it's essentially just people going and following someone else on Instagram to try and get them to follow back and then unfollowing them later, which is just such a cheap move. And I don't really understand why people ever thought that this was going to help grow their Instagram page, because it really just annoys other people a lot of the time. But it also doesn't do anything for the Instagram algorithm either. So it's something that you should avoid doing at all costs. Only follow others and people that are related in some way to your Instagram page. Maybe they work in the same career, or maybe they're important contacts or inspirations. Make sure you're kind of following those types of people, and don't just try and follow anyone just to get the follow back and then unfollow them, because it won't work in 2021. And it really hasn't worked to grow anyone's page for the last number of years. And then one of the last mistakes that I'm going to focus on today is not posting high resolution quality images. Now, this tends to happen quite a bit too, and it's something that I do see often. And this is something that I think on Instagram in particular is kind of unforgivable because it is such a quick platform. It is so quick in terms of how long people are on your page for, how long that window of opportunity is for them to follow you and to look through the rest of your work. People don't spend a lot of time, unfortunately, on Instagram. They're really scrolling. It's a quick platform. So it's really important that the content that you do put on Instagram is of a good quality, of a good standard, and it's not low resolution, because that's one thing that I think in this day and age people tend to pick up on very quickly and people don't generally like. I have to say that, especially as a photographer, when I'm seeing other people's work and it's very low resolution, it's not something that grabs my attention. I don't stay on their page for long, or I don't tend to stay looking at the images for too long. And it's unfortunately something that does take your attention away from the work. So it's really important to remember that when you are uploading posts to Instagram, to make sure that they are high resolution. Okay guys, well that's the 5 mistakes that I do see happening quite often on Instagram, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was going to add another tip where I do believe people should also be, of course, posting good quality content, but I do feel that that is kind of a given and people do understand this factor. I think some of the other things that I've talked about today are more or less to do with how the platform runs overall, and I think it's good to make sure that you're using the algorithm to your advantage as well. So guys, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure that you do and click the notification bell to make sure you see all the videos that I have in future. And please let me know what else you'd like to see on this channel. I love getting requests and I'd be more than happy to do some in future. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.